The goal of today's orientation is to get an overview of the after-action review process. Hi, I'm Dale Marsden, Superintendent for the San Bernardino City Unified School District. I want to introduce you to a new process that I feel should become deeply embedded within our organizational culture. This process is called the after-action review. It was first designed by the U.S. Army to ensure that when soldiers came back from a battle situation, and a lot of times in battles, unfortunately, soldiers are lost in friendly fire. And the Army designed this after-action review process to ensure that the soldiers could come back to a safe zone and talk using a non-judgmental process, not to judge success or failure, but to judge what just happened and what we experienced, what we learned from that, and how do we take that learning to improve our behavior when we go on the battlefield next. And so the after-action review can be used anytime there's a new system introduced, a new training, a procedural change. It does not discuss the success or failure of that system, training, or process. It really just allows us to surface important lessons learned. And again, the goal is to improve so that we as an organization, individuals, sites, departments, classrooms, can become the best at getting better.
The San Bernardino City Unified School District has used the after-action review process since 2012. Anyone can lead an after-action review. All you need is 3 labeled chart papers and a marker. It's best to conduct an after-action review immediately after an event or incident has occurred. Participants should also be familiar with the background of an after-action review. Gather together a group that is representative of those involved in the incident. You want to make sure the participants feel their voice is important, so welcome anyone who volunteers to participate. Participants need to remember this is a non-judgmental process intended to just capture the facts. It is not accusatory, it doesn't place blame, it's not an investigative tool, it's not to be used as a tool for discipline. The first chart to be completed asks, what happened? So you begin by selecting a scribe and asking your team for their input.
The schools were placed on lockdown.
It took way too long to put us on lockdown.
That sounds a little judgmental. Let's stick with the facts.
The shooting took place at 11:12, but we weren't placed on lockdown until 12:59.
After capturing the facts on the what happened chart paper, you ask the group, what did we learn?
We shouldn't wait so long to put schools on lockdown, even if a major shooting is across town.
We really need to know the difference between a lockdown, a lockout, and secure and hold.
And the final chart is where we capture next steps. Here is where we study the information that was given and create a list of follow-up steps to help the organization respond better when a similar event occurs. This final step helps us learn what we need to improve on and what changes we need to make in policies or procedures.
We need to train employees on the difference between a lockout, a lockdown, and secure and hold.
The after-action review is a simple process that can help your team learn from past experiences and prepare for future experiences. In the end, your team members will have their voices heard, everyone can learn from each other's perspective, and it will help the team prepare for the future.